As we know, one of the 6 transformative entry points or key transitions that can have catalytic and multiplier effects across the SDGs is decent jobs and social protection. Welcome to this very interesting conversation, Fiona and Becky. Now to the questions. What are your UN teams doing to boost Malawi and Albania's access to social protection and decent jobs? In addition to that, how does this help to tackle poverty and inequality? I'll start with you, Fiona.
Thank you very much. It's a great question. Well, first of all, we have the cooperation framework, and within the cooperation framework, we've looked specifically at how we can build human capital, i.e. get more women, youth, and migrants into the economy in effective jobs. And also, we've been looking at the need, how the economy is going to change in our outcome too on a green transformation. This has enabled the UN to come together with some good ideas. We've now put those to create this integrated policy framework within which the UN can all bring their different respective mandates and interests to it. I've been able to lobby also at a political level with the Deputy Prime Minister to express and get her interest in a global accelerator for jobs and social protection. And we're building on some earlier work that was done under the SDG Joint Fund, where we worked on changes to the social protection system so that the policy would be more integrated and include people with disabilities, include the Roma and Egyptian community, and also look at supporting women into the labour market. So there's lots going on, and I think that gives a little bit of a picture how the UN fits together in doing it.
Wow, a little bit of the picture. Quite a lot going on. So now we'll go quickly to Malawi. Same question.
Thank you very much. I think the Secretary General had Malawi in mind when he came up with the Global Accelerator on Decent Jobs and Social Protection, because over 70% of Malawi's population is below 35 years, and there is quite some unemployment, especially around the youth. So Malawi's president, His Excellency Lazarus Chakwera, was one of the first presidents in September 2022 to request for Malawi to be a pathfinder country for the Global Accelerator on Decent Jobs and Social Protection. And since then, the UN country team has gone into action with support of ILO Geneva, especially because we had the scoping mission come over to engage national stakeholders. The ministries of labor and of finance are in the lead. The Minister of Labor especially is in the lead convening. And together with the minister, we have already convened 3 consultations on localizing the Global Accelerator, because we want to think global, but we want to act local in bringing it home, building on the capacities, the national mechanisms that Malawi already has. So these 3 consultations helped us to develop a roadmap that His Excellency brought to UNGA 78 to announce what we intend to do. It's a long road away, but we are engaging the private sector, we are engaging young people, we are engaging all the government ministry. This needs an integrated approach, because when you look at social protection and you look at jobs, everybody's business. It is everybody's business. Sadly, Malawi right now has coverage of only about 10% in social protection. And that, in a country that is amongst, unfortunately, 10 of the poorest countries in the world, there's a lot that the UNCT can do. An integrated approach, consultation, anchoring it on national capacities, national mechanisms is the way to go. And that is where our support is.
Thank you so very much, Betty, for capturing the Malawi experience with the Global Accelerator. The Global Accelerator is not just the normal way of doing business. Like you said, it's transformative. But as we also know, without funding, things will just remain plans and not implemented. So my next question to both of you, how are you supporting your countries to mobilize additional financing for the UN's Global Accelerator for Jobs and Social Protection?
This is a difficult one because development financing generally is a huge challenge for us. And what the UN is doing is using data and analytics to try and inform who to target and who to bring around the table. So the UN, the RC's office, liaising with the economies of other agencies, have set up this group, including the IFIs. World Bank is very active, IMF is very active, and we are going for cutting-edge quality analysis of the macroeconomic situation, of the economic dynamics, and we are using that. Let me give you an example. We used that to convene a Malawi Partners Conference, which was held on the sidelines of UNGA 78, where we brought non-traditional donors as well, private sector, focusing outside of the usual donors to bring people around the table to use the analytics and data that we have provided to point to why Malawi should be supported, most importantly, to point to what Malawi is already doing itself. The president established a private sector council, advisory council, that is also leading in mobilizing for development finance.
Excellent. I'm sure there's so much more that can be said. Now we're going to fly from Malawi straight to Albania. What are you doing in that respect?
Thank you so much. Well, it's a middle-income country, so there's money in the country. That's where we start from. Also, talking about it in terms of the partnerships. My role as RC, I've been able to bring together partners from the World Bank, European Union, very important there as Albania is an accession country. A lot of funds go through structural funding to different sectors. So bringing those partners together at an early stage will enable us to, I hope, find the parallel funding to make this successful.
Excellent. I mean, we need more time to be able to really delve into this, but this has been an exciting conversation. Thank you very much, Fiona. Thanks, Becky. This is great, and I'm so excited about what you're doing in Albania, but more important, and Malawi, and I'm also looking forward to what other countries can learn from this experience. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah, great.